So next we want to talk about properties, and this kind of becomes a big deal in React. So as we build these different tags, band and welcome and band list, as we build these different tags, just like you can do in other tags and say a tag, we have properties like href equals some website, and we go put the information in. This is a property in this tag, and React uses the same thing but for the tags that we build. So we can put in our own properties and have something like blah equals, and then have that mean something to this tag that's being built, that's receiving this information in. And so we can use the properties within the tag to do something and get information, and change the way what we're putting in that tag, the properties set in that tag. And so it's just the different properties of this component that we're building. And so I can come in here and say, instead of putting this into taking the specific properties for band names too, I can say the properties that go along with this component. So I can say this dot props. Go out to this props, and that's what we're going to go and put in that const one band. Okay, and then down on this end, let's see. So then on this end, we're going to say go split out the properties from this, and we're going to get them by going to, so in, let's see, in the curly braces, make sure I'm doing this right. So in the curly braces, dot dot dot, and we're going to go out to the band names and get element 0, and that's going to be the properties for that particular band. So we're saying, oh, no, well, I did that in the completely wrong spot. All right, take two. Let's try that again. Repetition's always better for learning anyway, right? We don't want to do it in the welcome tag. What are we doing it in? This is a band component. So we want to go into the band, and that's where we're going to say, hey, by the way, go assign the properties to band info element 0. All right, there we go. So hopefully you've used, not band info, band, what's it called? Band names. So we're going out to band names element 0. We're grabbing the properties of that. Now the spread operator, hopefully you're familiar with it, but if you aren't, it's taking all the elements of the band names based on the JSON object and spreading that out into a little array or class that we can go access the individual elements of that. All right, so we go get band name 0, and our next entry we're going to say go get element 1, closing curly brace, and our next one we're going to say go spread out the band names element 2, closing brace. Okay, so we've got 3 different entries, and when we call these band tags, we're giving to it the spreaded out information from the individual JSON objects. All right, let's save that. All right, name does not exist, read only. Oh, let's see, is that right? That's right. Property name does not exist on type read only. What did I do wrong? Let me just try backing that out. So we're going to one band dot name property members does not exist on type dot members. It's going to show me, whoops, members. This is always fun in the middle of a video when you get some error that you have no idea what this is doing. What did I mess up? Property name does not exist on type read only. Okay, let me see what I can discover about this error. Back in a second. All right, let's see if we've got it. So this is, apparently I can't do it the way I've done it in the past. We need to explicitly say, is what I'm finding out here, name, members, and formed as specific things that are coming out from the properties. And then here, we don't need to refer to one band. We just refer to the name of the constant itself. So we've got three constants being set up, name, members, form, that we're getting from this properties as they come in. If I've done that right, those are the same names, right? All right, let's try that. Control S. No, it's still getting an empty object on name. And where it's crashing is let me see. There's going to be something small. It's going to be some dumb little thing. What am I doing wrong? This is always fun to be, like I say, in the middle of trying to explain something that's already pretty difficult, and then the teacher gets a problem and you go, man, if he can't figure it out, what chances do I have? But a lot of this is new to me. So, and this error I've never seen before. It's on each of these, it's saying property form does not exist on type read only, and it's detecting that it's getting an empty object here, that there's nothing in there. All right, let me do a little more research. Let's try, it's suggesting we try closing, terminate the batch, and then starting over again. So let me close that, npm start. Oh, and now it works fine. No, it doesn't. Property name does not exist. It just faked me out, pump fake. Man, I really just don't know. Let's go back to the way we had it. One band. Pony band. One band. So we're creating a constant. And you know, whenever I start to get frustrated with this stuff, it's like, this is just it. This is just programming. If you want to do it, it's not, you just never write anything perfectly. You always get some crazy error, and it ends up a lot of times just being something simple. So it doesn't have to do with the way I've declared the constants, obviously, because it's getting that same error either way. This is the way I've done it in the past. A view problem, no fixes available. That's encouraging. Okay, back to the drawing board. All right, we're going to give something a shot. And looking into it, I wonder if it has something to do with, you know, my brain's version being different than this actual program's version. And so we can define, and this will be good for us to define an interface. We can just say this is what band properties look like, because it's not liking that I'm not defining. What it's doing is it's just creating an empty object here, and so it says, well, there's nothing in there. You can't do anything with nothing. And so if I say, well, the way that the interface is we have a name that's a string, and I'm not totally convinced this is going to work, by the way, but we're trying stuff. Members, that's a string, and then formed, that's a string. Then in here, I can define and say what's going to be coming into this React component is a type of band props, and then our error went away. Interesting. Let's try saving. Oh, another pump fake. We were so close. Okay, let's figure it out in the next video. Spencer out.